You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must... I heard about your father.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear. Aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world. Although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible. A fellow by the name of Cunish owed money to father, who sent me to collect it from him. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Cunish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword. I'd been secretly learning sword fighting and hiding it from my parents. So when we assembled the sword, I tried a few moves with it. There's a big difference between a wooden sword and a real one. Maybe if I had...
You're full of surprises.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was strapped, and then I saw him knocking down one human after another. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned up.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on...
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg,
And with all that was happening, you...
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror.
It's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors he went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Listen up. If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Hey, you men down there. Tell the people outside the walls to prepare for attack. Quickly, do you understand?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance?
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? It doesn't make sense.
What else did you say?
Not much of anything. Before they could get... And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers. Including all... Well, anyway. We'll find out...
Aye, we will.
Take care. Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Ansig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzik, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! Don't get trouble, mate, right there now!
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrol.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes. Yours.
Is that a request, or?
I'd rather it was a
Of course I'll help.
Splendid. Don't worry.
I'll do with you.
God be with
What do you think about how the Skalitz folk managed to get away?
Fortune smiled on him, that's for certain.
Just a shame Fortune didn't smile.
Oh, shit. And you know Sir Radzik Cobbler?
I wouldn't say I know him. I've seen him a few.
He must be a fine lord.
Wandering around like a stray I don't think anything much will be happening today.
I will.
go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
What the?
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobyla, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzig Kobyla is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobyla is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
I done to deserve this?
My respects to you.
Sir Robard.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands...
Sir Robard, my parents died there.
Sorry, lad.
Why did Sigismund...
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view.
What happened in
Gutenberg? Well, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things...
Were there many?
Indeed. But it was the Gutenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them.
I see.
Listen, lad. These are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Here...
So then why did Sigismund attack Kut?
Why do you think?
I suppose because it has a strategic position and good fortifications.
King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Gutenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in...
So Gutenberg sided with Wenceslas because...
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Gutenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Gutenberg, Sigismund killed 2 birds with 1 stone. He defeated...
Where did these
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless. And believe me, it's always...
May the Lord watch over you.
It's true, I swear.
And worse.
They do nothing of the sort.
My respect.
Can we trade?
If you've got... Farewell.
Let's talk...
Why not?
Agree?
That's how... Aye.
God be with...
I need to get up.
And I need a feather.
Not any...
A likely...
I'm leaving...
Look, lad. I know you haven't had it easy. How about asking Sir Robard for permission?
What am I supposed...
How should I know? If a town...
All right.
Good luck to you.
I need to get out.
Then I'm afraid you're out. Ah.
Good luck to you.
Yeah.
You'll have to wait for me here, friend. Better to keep going on my own. It's like they've already gone.
Who's there? What have we got here?
Hey!
No! Leave me be! Don't kill me. I have nothing. endeavor. The pit turns up willingly.
Good God.
Hey, who's there? Who's there? Answer to my prayer. Just when I wanted to vent my rage on them.
Dear God.
He didn't run like me. Died with a sword in his hand. You stood by his side and he did this to you. In the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. Didn't abandon him like me. Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find the shovel and take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie with away, you beast!
What's going on? Bishop? What in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that the butcher's? Isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master.
What do you care what I'm doing?
I asked what you're doing here. How about you...
If I want to confess, I'll go.
Do you know...
No.
I've interrupted you robbing the dead. Is that why you're so ill-tempered?
And what of it? The butcher has no more need of corn. And now that I think of it...
The only way you'll touch this sword is when I...
For that story of it? Not a sword, huh? Well, this isn't the end, fucker!
Easy. I know you. A good master won't be leaving you. So... let's get to it. Damn it all. How am I going to do this?
Do you need some help?
Is that him?
Yes. Can't you see the sword?
Who are you? What do you want? Zbyszek? Who do you think we are?
Franciscan brothers. We're here to rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's going to be needing it. Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, Runt! Aye, cut the bastard down.
As you like. Could have just cost you a few teeth.
Ah!
I'm over here.
Have at it, Smash his head in.
You're going to cry. Gone weaker than Nick. I told you how it would end. You should have listened to me. This is nice work. The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? And now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers! The games are over.
Do you need some help?
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Henry, can you hear me?
Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day.
Henry, can you hear me? Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
You still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Where am I? In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done for you, but you were still breathing. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness. They slaughtered everyone who didn't run.
My parents, I wanted to bury them. I had to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength back. You're awake.
Good morning.
It's near midnight. You've slept all day.
Oh. Oh, I feel like a horse fell on me.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
How did you manage to save me?
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs. I tried to distract them, but it would have been no use if those soldiers from Talmberg hadn't arrived. They were searching for you and scattered the bandits.
What in the world were you doing in Skalitz?
Waiting to die.
What?
They killed my brothers, my family, my friends.
They're all dead.
All of them. Everyone I ever loved. They killed one of my brothers in the mines. After that, what did I have to live for?
Don't say that. There's always hope.
No, there isn't. But it doesn't matter. I'm a different person now.
Searching for me?
Yes. Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is a lord of such high standing interested in a blacksmith?
Sir Divish promised Sir Radzik he'd look after me. But as for why they should care, I've no idea. Oh, I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and something to eat. And then... Good morning to you. How's the invalid to...
Ugh, haven't felt as good as this since they lashed me.
Got your sense of humor back. You must be better. I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will...
I've been lying here long enough.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth less to feed.
Well enough to do what has to be done.
He's in the lower castle in Perkstein. He's a guest of Sir Hanush of Leipa.
I know Sir Radzik, and I didn't bring him...
If you insist. You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you. And
I've been lying here 2 weeks.
better a fortnight in bed than an eternity in the grave.
I owe you both...
All right. But before you go to town, you should eat something.
My name's Henry.
My name's Peshek, and I'm the miller here. You've already met my niece, Teresa. And talking of you being at death's, while you were lying here, you worked up quite a bit. That quack doesn't come cheap.
I see. Well, it's better to be in debt than to lie.
You won't pay for that shoveling manure. I might have... If you prove to me you're a clever lad, I might trust you with something you could really...
Well, what would you need from...
A trifle. Just to take something from someone and bring it...
That sounds straightforward enough.
Oh, don't worry. It's just a job like any other.
No honourable man should touch them.
Did you expect I'd give you a hoe and send you out to the fields? You could dig all right, but somewhere else.
I was prepared for just about anything, but that's a...
Listen, it's about this ring, my mate. What?
Jesus Christ. You want me to...
Money first, morals. Still a human body, only it's missing a soul.
I think I've already heard more than...
Watch your mouth, boy. If there's any problem, come and see me. Oh, and watch out for the executioner and his hounds. They're pretty sad. Take care now.
God be with you.
Try unlocking this trunk.
Hold the lockpick in your right hand and use it to feel out the tumbler. In your left hand, got it? Good. Now turn the whole lock with the blade, but don't stop holding the tumbler in your hip. You forced it and broke the lockpick. That crack could be heard in Kuddenberg. You have to watch out for that. And you're a dab hand, Hal. Make something out of you yet. Remember, this trunk's coming to crack.
What's that?
Is something the matter?
Miller Peshek sent me. He's very sorry, but by mistake he didn't give...
But I never bought any flour.
Can you help me with trade?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice.
All right.
Isn't that quite... satisfied?
You won't convince me with that. Agreed.
This is a bit awkward. Was a friend of...
And you think I rob corpses?
Don't lose your temper. I meant no offense. What about this?
You're a right pinch purse. Forget it.
Are you looking for someone?
What?
Jesus Christ, people.
I have that ring for you.
Good. Nice to know you're the sort of lad I can trust with a job like that. A clever fellow like you will never want for work. At the very least,
I've got some...
All right.
Let's have a word about the price.
Why not?
Agree?
That's too... Aye.
Mic off.